intent, boy.
Yeah, man. It is the Ill Intent Podcast. It's your boy Scott Paul.
Steve shot it.
As we
Frito.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Back
Who was
in the
that
building.
mysterious
They don't
voice?
even know where that was coming from. Yeah. We got off-camera Frito in the building. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shout out the homie. It is
Point your mic
episode.
down a little bit.
Mine?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No,
cool. Down.
Yeah.
I don't listen.
There we go.
Yeah. Episode 29 of Ill Intent Podcast. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We have a lot to talk about this episode, man. It's a crazy week. I guess we definitely got to start with Astroworld.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy.
That's insane. I don't even know how to start that.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess we'll just summarize what happened.
Well, yeah, first of all, for
people that don't know.
And prayers and thoughts to the families that have been affected.
Right.
Yeah, so at Astroworld, which is Travis Scott's big festival that he does in Houston every year. Yeah, there was like a big ass mosh pit.
It was a whole crowd was like an issue, I guess. Because
I guess there was a bunch of different mosh pits, and then when Travis was about to come out, or they're saying when Drake was about to come out, it seemed kind of like, I'm not exactly sure at what point it went down, or if it happened over the course of like a long time.
Event, right.
Yeah, but like 8 people died.
Mm-hmm. Or hundreds injured.
Yeah, like 300 people were treated for injuries.
And I've read like different reports on the fatalities as well too. So
Really?
there have been reports of like trampling and stampedes and shit like that, and people like losing because of collapsed lungs, what have you.
Yeah, I saw 11 people hospitalized for cardiac arrest.
Right. But then there's also reports going around of someone like going around injecting someone with something, like pricking someone with something, and people going
there
down
was
from that.
A security guard that said that he got like pricked by a needle and then he like fell unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was like a few people that he had to get a Narcan. Yeah, and it was like they said many people.
Right, that had the same like jab in their neck or whatever injury and fell unconscious, and some of them were dead.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I want to get all these stories validated.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because that's the thing too. It happened on Friday, so it's details are still coming out.
Yeah.
And they're still figuring everything out. But
like Travis Scott shows are known for being crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They're known for being super high energy and all that, and just for like you know what I'm saying, kind of like chaotic. But Travis Scott is also like really known for caring about his fans, like at the shows. Right. I've seen him like stop concerts when you know what I'm saying.
That's a big point I've seen a lot of people bringing up.
Yeah,
like,
that's
how come
an
the show
important
was
point.
never like stopped? How come they didn't stop?
Well, that's why I'm trying to get like all the details of how long this was happening. Like, was this because again, I heard at one point that it was during the countdown of when Travis Scott was going to come out. That's when things got crazy. And then another account was when Drake came out.
Right.
So it seems like at 2 different points it got crazy. So we're like people just getting like trampled.
Right. I mean, even just my experience in festivals, like it was probably crazy the whole time. Because I remember even when I went to Rolling Loud 2 years ago, I was in general admission, and I like worked my way up to the front for Ski Mask set. And even then, we collapsed the barricade because everyone was pushing to the front. That like people like literally we collapsed the barricade. Everyone fell on top of each other, and I remember even then I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I hope everyone's all right because like I was able to stay pretty much standing. I like stumbled a little bit, but like instinctually, as soon as everyone starts collapsing, like my thought is just like anchor your fucking legs and push back anything that's coming towards you because you're about to fucking fall down if you don't fight it.
Wow.
But the people that did fall down, like you see everyone get trampled and shit like that. That's definitely happens at festivals. Maybe not that many, maybe not fatalities like at festivals, but it's definitely way. It's a safety hazard, like everyone on top of each other like that for sure, like in general.
Yeah. So, I don't know what details. I don't know what details have come out because I've seen a few articles on it, but nothing that has explained that we're asking like how long does this last? Because like, did they finish the concert?
Yeah, like did the show go on?
No, it wasn't.
You mean?
Okay.
I thought. For some reason, I thought that I heard that they finished that night and then canceled the rest of the festival.
Well, because like Drake posted a
too.
picture and stuff. Like Drake posted a picture after, you know what I'm saying, his performance.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see about all that. So, definitely something to, just that's a real unfortunate situation.
Right.
I feel research needs to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll wait to hear more. But I do feel like
fresh.
Going forward, anytime there's like, because I read from like people that were at the festival, because like hundreds of people that were there are now posting about it and like their account and their perspective of everything that happened.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people were saying like they were getting the attention of staff and security, like waving people down, and no one was like doing anything to like stop anything.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, I'm not going to say anything because there's not enough details about this event specifically, but going forward, like there needs to be something done in situations like that. Like who cares if people paid hundreds of dollars for tickets? Like it's people's lives on the line. Like if they have to stop the show, stop the fucking show.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Again, I'm not saying this specific one, but
yeah. It's just I don't know the last time we heard something like this happening.
I've never heard something like this, like to this degree.
Something
like I said, I've been
happens.
to festivals where shit gets crazy for sure, but not to the degree. And then, like I said, the account of someone going around pricking someone with something and people falling unconscious from that, like that's insane.
Yeah,
I feel like I've heard of that, like I don't know, like overseas, maybe in like Europe, but not like over here so much.
Nah, there was some big I feel like there was like a Diddy concert back in the day where somebody died for like this same kind of situation. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely happened before, but I mean, but that I'm talking about, that's over 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like this shit doesn't happen.
Yeah, you just had a Diddy concert.
Yeah, and for 8 people to die,
and we're
that's
just coming
wild.
off, the pandemic. So
yeah, people are just.
What is that gonna do to like opening up or?
Right.
Well, it just shows like how fucking untamed people are right
now.
Yeah,
no, that too.
People are outside.
Because that's a whole nother thing too, right? Why is there all of this like flooding of people? It's because everyone wants to get as close as they can to Travis Scott. Like that's really the mentality of why everyone fucking tramples over each other. It's because you're trying to get as close to the stage as you can, which like obviously people could feel however they do about whatever celebrities or role models or whatever they want, but like when you're literally like killing each other to get a closer look at someone, I feel like you can't that's pretty crazy.
You can't accidentally like trample on somebody.
Well, I mean, in the crowd, 100% you can, bro, because you move with the crowd. You totally move with the crowd.
No, I mean that's.
But at the same time, once it starts, like for example, at Rolling Loud, at Ski Mask set, once the trampling stopped, everyone was just like, "Yo, back the fuck up, back the fuck up!" Like everyone was looking out for each other. We were pulling each other up from the ground and like grabbing each other. Yeah. And it sounds like that wasn't necessarily the environment.
What was going on?
Yeah.
What would you say are like the major differences between like a concert and a festival?
A festival is way more people. It's normally multiple days, and it's like normally multiple acts. So like a concert, you're there for like the artist whose concert it is. A festival, you're there for like the whole experience.
Do you know what Astroworld setup's like? Like, is it a festival with a bunch of artists, or is it like is it a 3-day Travis Scott concert?
It was 3 days, but I think there's multiple artists. Okay. Yeah, no, there's definitely multiple artists.
I haven't been to an Astroworld concert.
Yeah, I've never been to the Astroworld festival.
We still gotta go to OVO Fest.
I know, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta go. Steve don't gotta.
You gotta make an Ill Intent Fest.
Wait, what'd you say?
Essex County.
Wait.
No, I said we gotta go to OVO Fest.
Oh yeah, you guys could do that. I'm good. I'll stay home.
I mean, if you go to OVO Fest, I'll probably go to the next Kanye thing.
Word, Yay Fest. Wherever that's coming.
Yay Fest,
bro.
Floating to the heavens.
Let's talk about Kanye.
Yeah, let's go to Kanye. That's a good transition into Kanye. Kanye was on Drink Champ. Let me rephrase that. No, I can't even say that. I was talking about how people shouldn't be looking at celebrities like their idols willing to kill someone. I was about to say our Lord and Savior Kanye was on Drink Champs, but I'll take him down a pedestal. The homie Kanye.
Yay, because
Yay. It's just
he
Yay
just
now.
changed his name.
It's
right?
just Yay now. Speaking of which, you got my vote.
I think it's still I think he's still, his artist name is still Kanye West. I think his legal name is Ye.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, it could be just like a Prince thing. We could just refer to him as the artist formerly known as Kanye West.
I'm gonna just call him Kanye.
Yeah, I feel like I started calling him Ye like a bunch of years ago. Anyway. Like, Ye
he's Kanye. Kanye to the. Kanye to the. Yeah. Talk about Drink Champs.
Yeah, what did you think of the interview? I loved it. I mean, everyone knows I'm biased about that shit.
Shout out to Drink Champs. It's a great show. It's a great podcast. Shout out Noriega.
Shouts. I was taking a drink when he said that, so I couldn't say shout out too. But yeah.
Yo, he's mad funny when he claps during the show.
Noriega.
He'll say some shit and just be like, yo, that shit, bro. He's rooting for everybody, bro.
He wants everybody to win.
He wants everybody to win.
He wants
bro.
all the good news.
Genuinely, for
Yeah,
real.
it's
Shout
great.
out Noriega, man. Yeah, shout out Drink Champs, but had Kanye West on for like a 2.5 hour interview.
Legendary.
Yo, legendary. So
there's so many like.
There's so much to talk about.
Yeah, there's like a book worth of fucking just talking points that Kanye brought up in that interview. I didn't even finish it. I haven't even finished it yet. I'm probably like a little over an hour.
I still have to see it.
Yeah, bro, it's really good. There's a lot of gold in there.
So one of the things he talked about was Kanye versus Drake versus. You know what I'm saying?
He said Kanye versus 5 people versus.
Yeah. Kanye was
I
like,
said it would take 5 people to match him.
Yeah, he said there was nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or it would literally take 5 people.
Which, like, he had a valid point because, he's saying if it's a versus, we're doing a versus, like, as the artist. So, like, you got to find an artist, producer, like, whatever else he fucking
No, but
said.
he was saying in any lane, if we're just doing it as an artist.
Right.
If we're and I think I've said it on here before. Because they brought up the Kanye versus Drake versus. I'm like, if they were going to do that, it would have to be like a 3-day festival.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many fucking hits.
Between the two of them?
Word.
You know what I'm saying? How many? But what did you think of Kanye saying that it would take 5 people to go against him? Like, not named Drake or Hove, because he said that he wouldn't go against Hove because Hove is his boss. Yeah. But aside from Drake and Hove, do you think that everybody else, it would take 5 people to go against him? Do you think that's a legitimate claim? Even if it's a little, you know what I'm saying, boastful. It's Kanye we're talking about. Is there something to that?
I mean, it's Kanye West, so he can, you know what I'm saying?
But do you think it's valid?
We know my answer. 100%.
Word.
Yeah, that's valid. Because like my point would be, all right, if it's not valid, then name the one person that could.
No, like
and I can't.
That's my thing. Yeah. I'm like, that's a bold ass statement, but not named Drake and Hove. Who else?
Yeah.
Who else? Who else has a catalog that like comes close?
I would say even compares.
That comes close.
Yeah. I literally can't name anymore.
You know what I mean? It's pretty dope. There's so many great artists out there, legendary artists, and then there's just the other ones that are just that other. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, it's like he phrased it as like, I think pro league. He's like pro league rapper. There's not a lot of like pro league. Like there's really good people, but not in his league. Like he's a different league.
He really, I mean, he is. His catalog goes back a long time, and it's been very good.
Yeah.
It's been very good this whole time.
I remember there was one thing. Ken, you remember the one thing I wanted to bring up that Kenny said or that Kanye said on the podcast? I forgot. There was one thing he says that was really fucking good. No, not the dinosaur shit.
The dinosaur bone.
Kanye said a lot of crazy shit. He said he could take a dinosaur bone and build a dinosaur out of it. What? So take that how you want.
Take that how you want.
Kanye knows shit about paleontology.
Hey, bro.
No, it was something about just like he said that he wants to make connections with people and do so much for so many other people that his money's not accepted other places. That's more valuable than having money to spend at places. Yeah, and I thought that was really fucking cool.
Social currency. It's real shit. Yeah, because at the end, most things, like, we decide what something's the value of something. Mm-hmm. You know? I don't know. You could get free flights. You can get free food. You can get free clothes.
Right.
You definitely can if you know.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I look at Kanye in addition to an artist, like as a philosopher, because like he's really he thinks a lot. He thinks a lot.
He definitely tells you what he thinks a lot.
Yeah.
He tells you everything that he's thinking. Nah, I think that I don't know if I think he's some sort of genius. Musically, I think he's definitely a genius. I think that he has a lot of life experience that he became real comfortable diving all the way into and learning from as much as he can from. You know what I'm saying? And pulling those, and then his view of the world is based off of that.
Right.
You know, and sometimes it's extreme. Sometimes it may make more sense than other times. But also, like sometimes it just doesn't make sense yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's been a little ahead of his time more than once.
The world ain't ready for Ye.
And I'll say like during that interview, I can't really think of anything that I thought he was like wrong on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, he's just misunderstood.
Yeah. Yo, like literally watching this interview, it made me think of the last election. I'm like,
yeah,
maybe I fucked up. No.
You would have voted for Ye?
I mean, in the last presidential election, because I really, and bro, since the election's over, I can like kind of be more honest about this stuff.
That's the next topic.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. But yeah,
I voted Ye for governor.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, he voted for Ye for governor. He wrote it.
Yeah, I literally just wrote YE. No first name, last name bullshit.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm like really not enthused with Joe Biden. So if I would go back in time today, based off the interview on the Drink Champs interview, I would have voted for Ye.
Let's go, Brandon.
He said, "Let's go, Brandon."
He said, "Let's go, Brandon."
People are so mad about "Let's go, Brandon," but it's only because it's about their president. Because that's kind of fire, right?
No, I think about the "Let's go, Brandon" thing though. Was even funnier. Don't get me wrong. I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious for multiple reasons.
I just think it's like so much better than "Not My President." Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, let's go, Brandon. No,
like,
it's the same thing. It's the same thing, 100%. But what I will say is like, it's really funny to me seeing like all of my like conservative friends sharing "Let's go, Brandon" things as if it's like really, really controversial to say.
If it's like actually cool.
It's just like, "Let's go, Brandon." I said it. Let's go, Brandon. It's like, yeah, like it's funny, but like, come on now. It's not like you. I don't know.
I wasn't thinking about it in terms of the people that actually think.
Yeah,
like
no, because I got like a lot of friends that I'm
it's
still
corny
friends
at
with.
the end of the day. It's just funny.
It's just
funny.
Yeah, no, I think it's funny, but when people are like saying it in that context, it's like, all right, it's not like,
it's not like, yeah.
It was, but it's still hilarious.
A really funny. It was just a really funny gaffe that they took advantage of, and it made the whole thing like, bro, there was billboards with it, and like that's funny.
Right? Yeah. No. Absolutely.
But yeah, it's like cool, and then you move on to the next thing. It's not like
it's not like the thing, like because like there's definitely gonna be bumper stickers if we haven't seen them yet.
For
there's
sure.
100%. Let's go, Brandon bumper stickers. There's everything, which it still will make me laugh. Like because that's the thing. I don't fucking like Joe Biden. I have never liked the president, but like I don't know. It's just there's the line of it being funny, and then you really think you're doing something.
Exactly. Just it's a funny joke.
It's funny.
You move on. Yeah. I mean, I felt the same way about the "Not My President." Well, that's completely different because I wasn't. Anyways, we didn't really get to talk about Drink Champs, so let's please go back there.
Yeah.
Shoot, what else was there? Oh, yo, what we just
we were saying it would take 5 people to versus him.
The versus.
Do you want to say the Big Sean thing?
Who do you think will win, Frito? Who do you think will win in a Kanye versus Drake versus?
Ooh, I'm biased. I'm always gonna say Drake. So.
And you're gonna say Kanye.
And I'm always gonna say Kanye. Kenny. You're Kanye. Come on. No, come here to the mic real quick. Just real quick.
Jenny
too. We need unbiased opinion.
Drake. Right?
Yeah, Jenny, you're coming up next.
Drake.
All right. Well, it really, honestly, I'm Team Kanye because like way bigger Kanye fan. But if you're pulling out some of Drake's earlier shit, like fancy era Drake, like back in 2010s, like, and you put that against what Kanye was dropping then, he had the more poppin' hits. Like Kanye was in his My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy like era, going through it. Like he was going through with his mom. He wasn't putting out like as poppin' his hits as Drake was. So that's the difference. It's like Kanye's music is timeless, but in terms of what the verses is like about, it's like who can get the crowd more hyped.
The hits.
Drake might be able to pull that through.
Right.
So like
all right, I don't want your opinion anyway.
Well,
I'm Team Kanye, but I think Certified Lover Boy could like pull that one through.
Hey.
Jenny, what do you think?
Jenny, Kanye or Drake?
Kanye or Drake in a versus. So we're talking about their whole catalog. Okay.
I didn't want her opinion anyway. No,
What about you,
I see
Scott?
that though.
What about you,
Because
Scott?
like he does for what verses is meant to be. Like I do understand.
Well,
Yeah, and that's all it really is. It's
Well-
like, I think in terms of like how his discography is going to be in the long term of things, Kanye's will hold up better. But if you're trying to get like the crowd hyped up, like Drake's going to come through.
Drake,
with some
right?
bangers.
well, I think if there was going to be a Kanye Drake versus, it's going to be in an arena, and Kanye in an arena?
sounds so good.
So
good.
Kanye's
Yeah.
made for an arena.
Yeah.
You feel me?
They gotta sell it in like the Roman Coliseum, bro.
Yeah.
They gotta do some crazy shit for that.
Yo, that would be the wildest.
I'll give
I will
them all
fly
my
to
money.
Italy.
All my money will go to them.
So I really want to dive into this. So I want to put up. So I'm gonna just say Drake's albums,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna say Kanye's albums. Okay, and then we're
Okay.
gonna revisit this question. We're gonna
Okay.
go through all of them. All right. And I guess it's not gonna be in order of year. But Certified Lover Boy, Scorpion, Views, Nothing Was the Same, More Life, Take Care, Dark Lane Demo Tapes, Thank Me Later, If You're Reading This Is Too Late, So Far Gone, What a Time to Be Alive, Yeah, Care Package, Scary Hours, Scary Hour 2, I'll throw the EPs in there. Bro, that's it. Drake's been doing this.
And that's just
Wanna
his
come off-
catalog. It's not like the features, right?
I
And
think I've
the
heard of a
verses,
couple
they
of
allowed
those
to do
albums.
features. You know what?
I said I think I heard of a couple of those albums.
No, that's really crazy. Now we're listening
Hey,
to No Friends in Industry on the way here, and he talks a lot of shit in that song. Dre talks a lot of shit in that song, and he was like, "Yeah, when I got my first deal, came through in effects. You know what I mean? Tell you how long I've been out here running laps. Like he's really been running shit for a very long time.
doing it a
Like, he
long
been putting out
time.
some like yeah, he been putting out some classic shit. Well, you know what I mean.
Man.
So
The kid that
he
started
said,
the kid that started in the wheelchair running raps on the industry.
bro.
Oh my gosh.
I only made that joke because he was acting.
Drake's got hella features that he just pull out of the ass. Too.
But I mean, I mean just the catalog. All right, and we're gonna go to Kanye's catalog now.
Yeah. Yo, do you get pissed every time you close your eyes you see Donda?
I do now.
So we have Donda, Yay,
That's good marketing.
Graduation, Jesus is King, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which Kanye said is
Right.
his
He
greatest
claimed his
album,
best album.
which I claim is his best album.
I
I claim
agree.
that's my favorite album. That
I'm-
might be
I'm a
my favorite album of like.
Big Graduation fan. Like I love
Word.
Graduation.
Hey, but you know what? Me and Kanye agree.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that ours
that's
is better.
alright.
What are your
Alright.
top 3 Kanye albums? If you don't mind, you know.
My Beautiful
Yeah,
Dark
yeah.
Twisted Fantasy, Graduation, and
I'm gonna list the rest of
yeah,
them.
yeah, list the rest of them.
I'll list the rest of them so that you can get them all
Yeah.
fresh.
No,
in your
I
mind, too.
was gonna say I know all his albums. I just really gotta think about that.
Or well,
Apparently.
Yeezus, The Life of Pablo, 808s and Heartbreak, College Dropout, Late Registration, Watch the Throne. I think that's it. Yeah.
I mean, if we're counting Watch the Throne, then probably Watch the Throne. But if not, The Life of Pablo. 'Cause I really fucking like Life of Pablo. too.
Or yo, Drake put out more albums than Kanye.
Doesn't mean anything.
Top 3 Kanye albums for me would be 808s,
Mm.
and the other 2 you mentioned.
Not
It's
really,
just-
actually.
Dark Twisted Fantasy and Life of Pablo.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, or
not like
Graduation?
Graduation,
Yeah, Graduation.
man. Those were
Yeah.
amazing. Amazing.
You know, Graduation got me through working in a concrete factory, bro. I'll play that album like every other day, and that shit just kept me in such a good mood.
Word.
Like, you know, fucking just every song.
Kanye
every
was
song
really
on that
happy
album, bro.
on that album, right?
Yeah.
The T-Pain song. He had a couple songs. It was good.
Good morning, bro.
Good
Yeah,
morning.
no.
That's the
So
opening.
So like just. I mean, on Watch the Throne, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Graduation, College Dropout, 808s and Heartbreak. I mean, just on all of these, you could for a verses.
You could pick such fucking good songs,
you can
bro.
pick so many songs out of like each of those albums, and like with Drake, I think we did this last time.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like I went through an old
This
Drake
is a
album.
recurring conversation.
Yeah,
They're very
good.
Yeah, they're very good.
They're very
They're
good at
very
making
good at what
words.
they
their
do.
album together. They were supposed to have a joint album.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, not anymore. But
I don't really even know if I would.
in another universe.
Yeah, I love fucking and Kid Cudi's "Kissy Ghost." That shit was dope.
Oh yeah,
That one's not like a huge hit album, but that's like a get high and think album.
You saw when they asked on Drink Champs when they asked who do you like who is better, Travis Scott or Kid Cudi? He said Travis. He said Kid Cudi because Travis is like I don't know, like a baby of Kid Cudi, Kanye, and A$AP Rocky.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I got to that part yet, but that's a good. I feel like that's kind of accurate.
Yeah, well, especially when Travis Scott first came out, he like sounded a lot like Kanye.
Oh yeah,
he sounded a lot like Kanye. Like, well, I won't even say he sounded a lot like Kanye, but he sounded heavily influenced by Kanye, which was cool. He was like a 19-year-old, 20-year-old, and Kanye's like a pretty good person to look up to.
Yeah, in most regards.
Yeah. Yo, another crazy part of the interview with Big Sean.
Yeah, that's the worst decision he ever made.
He said Pusha T or Big Sean, right? That's what
he said Pusha T or Big Sean, and Kanye said he grabbed a tombstone. He said, on my tombstone is gonna say I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean or something like that.
Yeah,
like he said, signing Big Sean was the worst decision that he ever made, and it's because when he ran for president, he was just real offended that Big Sean and John Legend, they both like were speaking out against him running for president, which I did too.
Yeah, I didn't. Never. Not once.
True.
Never.
I mean, I'll say it's because people like Big Sean and John Legend were coming out, like people that were close to him, making it seem like he was really crazy.
Bro. There's this thing too. A cool point he brought up was like a lot of people are born like racist, white supremacist, homophobic, and also with this like mental illness phobia that like a lot of people don't talk about. Because like Kanye's the perfect example of that. Everything everyone says about Kanye when he's just like living his life, doing his thing. He's not harming really. I don't see what he's doing as harming anyone. Yeah. But everyone is so quick to pull the crazy card. He's crazy. He's mentally ill. We can't have anyone crazy making any decisions. Like everyone's crazy. To be honest, we're just all our own different fucking degree on a different page. Like everyone's got. I don't know. As I'm getting older, I'm realizing everyone's brain is definitely like, your whole life you hear everyone's special, you're special, everyone's individual. Like the more I see it though, everyone's brain really does work differently. And just because someone's works to a different extreme than yours doesn't mean they're crazy. It's just wired different.
Yeah.
But
no, I feel
it's going to take a while for everyone to think that way.
But there is also like people who do need to get certain help.
No, absolutely.
And it seemed like from the accounts of people close to him that like he needed help.
Yeah.
Like didn't Kim say? Wasn't she saying some stuff? I know at some point she endorsed him, but at another point she was like publicly saying that he needed help.
Right, but that kind of goes to my point though, right? Like just because people in your life are saying you need help, and this isn't to discredit. Like there are people that do need help.
Yo, preach right
for
now,
sure. There are people that could use assistance in different types of ways, but like just because the people around you think you're crazy doesn't mean you're crazy, because you could just be in a crazy spot or with a lot of other crazy people that don't like you're crazy. And I'm only using the word crazy because that's what everyone says, like because it's something that I feel very strongly about. I've mentioned it on a lot of episodes of the podcast, like mental health and mental illness and shit like that. But the reason I bring it up is because there's this taboo and this phobia of people not wanting to talk about it or so quick to dismiss it when it's just like, all of us have it. Like all of us have it in our own degree. It's just working with each other.
Society definitely amplifies it.
100%. 100%. But but I don't know. I feel like people avoid it for some reason still.
Yeah.
And like obviously avoiding it's not the answer. We've been doing that for hundreds of years. So let's like address it.
Acknowledgement.
Right.
So we all got to acknowledge Knowledge is the stuff.
Yeah, I just don't like the words you guys use when I acknowledge it. Apparently. What you talking about? You thought I forgot? No.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't ready for that yet.
Nah, not yet.
That
But
yeah, no.
all in all, Kanye.
No, some real conversations, man. Some real conversations, and it makes me kind of want to go back and relook at like just that whole period of time too, because also, you know how much of the bad press was influenced by political parties.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because both, you know, may have had something to gain from, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
From him being discredited. So I don't know. We know that I'm very. We'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. I really want to get to because there was so much good stuff on this. On this.
My favorite, one of my favorite parts was when they asked. He's just like, no one can deny the influence that Soulja Boy has had on the industry. They're just like, why'd you leave him off the album? Did you hear his verse?
Yo, he killed him, bro. Soulja Boy was mad, bro. Soulja Boy was mad.
Yeah, Soulja already has his reaction.
Mouth is hard. Yeah. Like, that's...
Did you hear his verse?
I did not. Oh, you heard his verse.
Oh, yeah, I heard his verse. I don't blame Kanye.
Is Soulja Boy the future or nah?
What did you say?
I said, is Soulja Boy the future or nah?
I mean, I think Soulja Boy is
Boy's a big
he's very
influencer.
Influential for sure. Like I won't disagree with that statement. I think if Soulja Boy keeps doing what he's doing, then he'll stay relevant because he's been doing what he's been doing and he's stayed relevant.
He's definitely stayed relevant and he's been doing what he's.
You know what I mean? Here we are 15 years later. Because when did fucking
that had to come out like
that was like
2017 or something like that.
No, way before
like
that.
2007, 2000.
Yeah, I think you're off by 10 years.
Yeah, that's what I meant. 2007, something like that.
Yeah, it's almost 15 years later.
Yeah,
crazy.
Still super relevant. And he's doing his thing. Like he Twitch streams now. Like he knows how to stay relevant. You know what I mean? Like he's always that's what he knows how to do.
Yeah. And that was so funny though. No, that was what was so great about the interview is that he was just so honest.
Yeah, that's Kanye has always been honest, bro. Like he's always just said what he wants to say.
No, that's facts. Like, he either says what he wants to say or he just doesn't say it. Sometimes he just won't say anything.
How much this cost? What do he say? He's like, don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yo, no, that shit was crazy. The whole how he came at Big Sean, and Big Sean was saying that
you saw him after, right?
Yeah. One night he saw him afterwards, and like everything was cool. Kanye didn't say anything, you know what I'm saying, to him, and he talked about that, and he said that oh man, what did Big Sean say? Oh, that like somebody hit him up either during Kanye's interview or something like that after, where they were requesting to have him on. So he was like, oh shit, I guess Kanye says some shit. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I mean, I think I've said it on here before. I think Big Sean is like, I don't know if he's underrated. I think that he doesn't get the flowers on him. Like, I think he's super talented. I think Big Sean is he's a real talent. He's a real talent in the game. And I always thought that it was cool that he was picked up by Kanye and that he was so closely associated with Kanye. I think that's the kind of company that he deserves to be in. So it was kind of wild hearing him.
Right.
Like
the biggest regret.
Yeah, that's like that kind of broke my heart, man. Kind of broke my heart a little bit.
All about my business on business.
Yeah, but then hearing how we talked about Soulja Boy, like that was just funny, bro.
No,
and like while I was sitting there watching him, I already knew Soulja Boy was about to go off, bro.
Oh yeah.
Man, you don't talk about everything out of my mouth is hard. Like, bro.
Say, your album was trash.
Yo, he's so funny, man. All his little things. I'm the first rapper to like that's.
You see him with his Xbox shoes? The first rapper with Xbox shoes.
Adidas, was it?
The first rapper with Xbox shoes. Like, okay, bro, you got that. You got that. I can't challenge you on that.
He got his Miami Heat jersey the other day. They gave him
a
jersey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What does it like say his name on the back or something?
Mm-hmm. So the Soulja Boy on the back.
I'm the first rapper.
Yep, exactly.
I'm the first rapper with Miami.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was.
Bro, when I was running like when I first announced that I was running, one of my homies was like, I'm the first rapper to run for commissioner.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's dead ass though.
Yeah. Oh man, funny stuff.
Want to talk about that?
Bro, no, there was more of this Kanye stuff.
Right.
What else was there? You know, something that he said that I thought was funny. So he was talking about the feud with Drake, and he said, "I bit his ear."
Oh yeah,
like
Tyson,
Tyson,
Like the Tyson thing, yeah. And he was saying how like nobody cared about what Holyfield was doing. Mike was there complaining about what Holyfield was doing,
right.
And then so I had to bite his ear. You know what I'm saying? So I bit his ear. Yeah, and that's all anybody wants to talk about, because that's like a big thing. You know what I mean? You bit a guy's ear off, and so what was Kanye's big thing that he did? Oh, I guess when he posted the address.
Yeah, but he had a good point about that too. That was already public information. Drake was advertising that shit like it was some
maybe
type
it was
of
the Pusha
museum.
thing. Maybe not the address. You think the address?
Well, I mean, one with the address. I mean, I get that you could do all the homework if you wanted, but it's another thing when like one of the biggest artists of all time, posts it. Like a lot more people are gonna just
Drake
know your
was
address.
posting it.
He wasn't posting his address though.
Not as I guess.
He said it was Googleable.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do the math if you wanted to, I guess, but like there was nothing saying like this is Drake's address. You could see a picture and then deduce it by knowing the streets and then doing the math yourself. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't posted that this is Drake's address.
Longitude, latitude.
Yeah, all that. You know what I'm saying? And then Kanye was like, "Here it is." Word. You know, so.
He said longitude, latitude.
But I feel you. It's not like it was like some top secret, thing.
Right.
It wasn't like that. So no, I definitely feel that.
It's not like Bill Gates' address located at.
Yeah.
No, but Drake say, he's been hot since the birth of his son. So I'd like to think that, biting the ear was probably disclosing the information about his child, probably. I don't know.
The thing is that, because I do think that was kind of if that's how they got the information, was Drake told him, and then Kanye leaked that to get a competitive advantage in this chess game.
Right.
I think that's not really cool. There's got to be some like family is the you know what I mean?
Right.
Because nobody sees what Holyfield was doing, right? So, like, according to Kanye, like, Drake's the type to contact, like, everybody around you.
Yeah.
As opposed to,
Yo,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
that was crazy when they said that, because I believe that, bro. I've heard about these Drake parties where there's, like, 300 women there that say they're Drake's.
Wow.
That are, like, they're, like, Drake's women. Yeah, Drake's got to control.
I remember Kanye, what Kanye say on the podcast. He was like, Drake's the type of person that he'll find out you move somewhere and he'll buy the house 2 houses down the block. Or some shit, like he'll just stay plotting.
No, and that's, bro, but like, I mean, don't ask me. Bro, I feed off that shit. I'm like, word, bro, word. Oh, man, but yeah, no, that was a crazy, what else was there? You know something else that he liked, that he said? I think he said that Jay-Z is the one that actually coined this. But they were talking about this crabs in the barrel thing. Just how, we pull each other down and stuff. And he was like, well, why are the crabs in the barrel?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a fair point.
Real important part of the conversation too.
Yeah.
It's like you do all this to make people have to go against each other, and then you talk about how they tear each other down.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Kanye deep.
What was that?
I said Kanye's deep.
Yeah, always. So many other good points from that that whole thing. It was 2.5 hours. Everybody should check it out. You know something else that I like that he said, right? He said, who is he talking about? I forget who he was talking about, how they were referring to him, but just how they call him a rapper. I think it might have been during the whole. Wait, was he talking about when he was running or what?
Yeah. Because all the headlines would just refer to him as rapper, and some of them say hip hop artist and shit. Yeah.
You feel and it was like this crazy segment where I'm like, there's a lot of times where I feel like I relate to different people, and Kanye being one of them. But when he was talking about this, it was this crazy parallel that I had with him where he's talking about being called a rapper. He's like, they just refer to me as rapper. It's like, rapper is the same as calling me a nigger.
Yeah. You're trying to put me into a box.
You put me in a box. It's like, forget the degrees. he was talking about all the other stuff that he did. And and I'm like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, forget the fact that I graduated with honors, you know what I'm saying, that I have a business marketing degree, you know what I'm saying, a business management degree. Forget all the work that I do, the real work that I do in the community, you know what I'm saying, forever, ever since I was a kid. Forget all of that. Forget how, like, the people that I work with and how I make the people that I work with feel. Like, forget about all that. You know what I'm saying? And let's reduce him to just rap. Let's reduce him to the one thing that, like, we don't, like, that's foreign to us. It's so easy to just it's so easy to there's a certain context, there's a certain connotation when you say rapper to certain people, and they know that. It's the same as calling me a nigger. When that's all you look at me as, when there's all of that around and I'm just a rapper, I'm a nigger to you. You know what I mean? And he was like making that point, and I thought that was kind of dope. Yeah. I like that, and it made me have this whole different appreciation for him even running.
Yeah.
You know, because now he's saying that, and now he's challenging millions of people to, like, think about that. You know what I'm saying? And really look at that differently, because that's real, man. Like, there's so many different types of industries and of art specifically that we did this. We talked about the Sopranos. It's like that's acceptable to people, to certain people, but then, like, rap isn't.
Right. Yeah.
Even if you don't like one or the other, you can't say that one is, like,
okay, acceptable, and the other's not.
If you can understand that one is a form of entertainment,
right?
And you can understand that explicit, entertainment is a form of entertainment. You can't get picky with which one you think is like acceptable.
Exactly.
And you just hope that, like, the people there there's a lot of people who are just committed to a side, especially in politics now, where people just committed to a side, so they're just gonna rock with something just because that's what their side is saying. But you hope that all the people that are really using their brains, that are, like, really trying to find the answers and find the solutions and really think about the best ways to think about things and the best ways to go about things, you really hope they can put all those pieces together. That, this is the type of stuff that's being weaponized. This is white supremacy. Mm-hmm. That's what that is. Yeah. Shout out Ye, man.
Shout out Ye.
Yeah. So, yeah, we can go on to the election, I guess.
I was going to say, bro, if you don't want to fucking segue off of that, I don't know if there's a better time, dog.
Word up. You in the air already.
Yeah, no, the thing, it's not even like I don't want to talk about it. I guess there's still so much that I'm still processing from it all, but no. First
talk about the results and shit. People might not even know.
Exactly. So I and the commissioner. Everybody should know by now. I was running for commissioner of Sussex County along with Mike Vrabel. I was on a Democratic ticket going against Dawn Fantasia. Apparently, and Chris Carney. Oh, that's a new one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we lost. They won the election. They won by a good amount, and it was expected. It was expected for a few reasons, and I guess something that I was sort of hesitant to go into. There's certain parts of the story that I don't know how much I want to really dive into. Just talking about this whole campaign, because there's a lot from this campaign that you have recorded that, we've discussed throughout this whole period of time that it's kind of cool. We get to talk about it in a different light now.
All right, I'm gonna be the first to say, fuck politics.
Yo,
bro, that shit sucks, dog. Like,
yeah. Well, yeah.
I was just gonna say, just like the mental fucking stress it causes, like, not even real stress, right? Like, I don't even trip about anything that anyone says.
Real stress.
It's not even real stress. It's more just like, this is something I have to fucking respond to or think about or fucking
dipping and dodging the BS.
It's all BS. That's the thing. It's all bullshit. So it's not even like filtering anything. It's just surviving the storm. That's all it is.
Yeah, and it's like it's never about, like, just like, again, working towards solutions and, like, challenging people to come up with the best solutions and holding them accountable to coming up with, those solutions and stuff like that. So, Yeah. So as I said, I expected the results to be how they were.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest reason because this is Sussex County is there are twice as many Republicans, registered Republicans as Democrats. It's every leadership position in the county is Republican. Like they have a stronghold on it. It's been that way for decades. And I'm somebody who's coming in with just like there's no real organizational support from like for Democrats in the county, whereas like there's a lot more infrastructure for the Republicans. It just so there was that, and then probably the biggest thing, I'll say this is the biggest thing, is that like Democrats have such a bad rap. And like I can't blame anybody for not being hot on Democrats right now.
Right.
Like Joe Biden, we know that I'm not like and
mids.
Mids, he said. Where it's like when I talk about Biden, when I talk about anybody, Biden, Republicans, Democrats, and when I talk about anybody, it's always because I expect better of them. Because they're elected officials, they're supposed to be doing better. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to represent everybody, they're supposed to make things better for everybody. Boom, like that's where it's coming at. But I'm not a fan of the job that Joe Biden's done. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Wonder
Brandon.
why anybody else would say again.
I said, let's go, Brandon.
Like I can't. It does. You know what I'm saying? I can understand why people feel like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then Murphy. The pandemic was frustrating. Honestly, I can't even. It was so tough, especially being New York's, brother.
Right.
Where all that was going on in New York, and they're doing their, the pandemic was tough. I can't really judge whether some people feel like he did a really good job in the pandemic, and some people feel like he did a bad job. And a lot of those people are politically motivated to say that he did a bad job. So it's hard to even like think about what they're saying in a real objective sense. So like, I don't really know, but in all from the top, when you have a Democratic state and you have a Democratic president and you see like nothing actually getting produced, you see nothing actually happening, you see why people get frustrated. And that's why Virginia flipped red. That's why, that's why Jersey, Murphy, the governor of Jersey, he was expected to win by 11 points. They needed an extra day to make sure that he won by 1.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say a lot of people are already fucking suspicious of that election. I mean, obviously they would be suspicious regardless.
Yeah,
but the fact that it was so close like weighs into a lot of people's opinion on it. And also, if you were even watching like the live updates, obviously live updates aren't live and like they can be manipulated in any type of way. But there were a lot of people claiming that like Bergen County was red like the whole night. They went to sleep and woke up and it was blue, like, and it was red by like a significant amount. And then the next day it somehow magically turned blue.
Yeah, I actually saw that too. I saw that.
So I don't know. I don't really know. But
I saw it from like a repost of somebody's
right,
Instagram
exactly.
post.
And that's I'm sure who everyone saw.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Who was actually the person that saw it? Everyone knows someone that saw it.
Exactly. So I take it all with a grain of salt because it could have that can be. It's easy to tell a story with the timing of how you post things and the captions you put.
Just real quick while we're talking about media and shit like that, bro. I did realize I know Disney owns everything, but like we actually did a Google search yesterday of what Disney owns. Like Disney controls the media.
Everything.
Yeah, like the media is Disney. Whatever Disney wants you to think, like Disney's gonna get you to think because they control everything.
Yeah,
like everything, bro. It's crazy.
What is it like? What's called besides like Fox and ESPN? Like what else do they have?
They got Lucas. I'll just read it off, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up real quick
Word.
because it's insane. What does Disney own? Here we go. ABC, ESPN, Touchstone Pictures, Marvel, Lucasfilms, A&E, The History Channel, Lifetime. Hold on. I gotta expand the list.
Not the History Channel.
Lifetime, Pixar, Hollywood Records, Vice Media, Core Publishing.
Vice Media. Wow.
Hold on.
Vice News.
And then if we're going into these are just franchises. That's stupid. Hold on. Where was the list I had yesterday?
I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of
A
things.
lot already.
Though.
Yeah.
A
lot
ABC,
already.
all kinds of shit. Holy smokes.
Everything, bro.
Yeah.
Everything. It's all Disney, and that's the best part. They own like competitors, so they're pumping both narratives. They're pumping both sides of the fucking story.
The thing is, when you can, it's if you try to just like sit outside and assess all the information coming from everywhere and how it's coming, you realize it's a lot of the same thing.
You've seen the video of the news channel synced up?
Yeah,
bro,
it's literally the same thing.
It's the word for word the same reports.
It's wild. It's wild.
Just on different networks and shit.
That's wild.
Yeah. But yeah, so again, back to the election. So, and actually before coming here, I ran into a fellow board member on Northwest Cap. His name's Antoine. It was my
Shouts out Northwest Cap.
Yeah, shout out Northwest Cap for sure. And he was running for council in Mount Olive as a Democrat. Same thing as it's a Republican. Has Republican leadership, and yeah, just like the Democrats did not come out to vote this cycle, and nobody was flipping to Democrat. Nobody was going red to blue.
Right.
It's like it's hard to like blame people, man.
Yeah.
You can't expect like the Republicans do a great job of coordinating and really riding behind their people.
Yeah.
I feel like
I definitely think Republicans take election season like they
all
really
of them.
like it's marked on all their calendars. You know what I mean? Like where other people it's just like, oh shit, it's voting day. I gotta vote today.
Yeah.
Like it's not really something on their mind, but at least in my experience, just my experience growing up, I grew up in all conservative Republican household. Most of the families I grew up around all were too. But like I feel like the parties view election season and politics as a whole, but specifically like election season very differently. Like the right, like that, this is our day. This is our day to make change. Like this is our day to fucking change things. And Democrats are just like, oh, don't forget to vote for whoever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
Democrats
it's in a different light
for presidential elections.
Yeah,
but this was like a big part of me getting involved in politics in the first place. Like going into 2020, knowing that we're gonna have Joe Biden and Donald Trump as our two options. I was like, I gotta like help. You know what I'm saying? Kind of fix up the formula, and I really think it starts with people caring about what's going on a local level. So it's crazy how it sort of manifested me running for office because I was never in the plan. Never in the plan. But yeah, it started. So I was about to go live. That totally distracted me.
it's all good. This shit happens.
Yeah. What was I saying?
Politics wasn't part of the plan, but you got into it because Joe Biden and Donald Trump were our options.
We're not good options.
Yeah.
I forget why.
And that's why I voted for Kanye.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I don't know. I hope that the Democrats have already woken up. You saw the House passed the infrastructure bill, $1.2 trillion bill. I think that's what I read. But like they needed this to happen. They needed Virginia to lose, and they needed like a bunch of Democrats to lose or do a lot worse than they were supposed to do before they woke up and like got this stuff done. And like that's why like a lot of conservatives, they think of liberals especially as like being idealists. And it's because like our platforms sound nice, but if there's no like way to get them done, then then it's just a thought, you know? And I think, and I don't think it's accurate. I don't think that's actually the case, but I think that's the feeling. But when you have like, but that's what this year has felt like.
Yeah. Because
a lot of Democrats felt this way too, but Republicans for sure felt like, the Bidens and the Democrats got to prove something. They got a chance right now. They got to prove something. I mean, I can't really put the Republicans into this because they're doing everything possible to make it so Democrats can't do anything. But yeah, man, Democrats just gotta like step up. Just gotta do better. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta just perform.
Right.
Produce results. If you produce results, it gets a lot harder to say you're not producing results.
Right.
Like that's all. I mean, the Dow is higher than it's ever been. Like there are, I think there was over 500,000 jobs that were added last month. So I mean, it's not like nothing's going on, but your two big things, the infrastructure, like the whole Build Back Better plan. Like let's go, because one thing that nobody's talked about is what has Biden done for black people.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate to always, like, you know what I'm saying, make that part of the thing, but I don't know. I don't want to really go at Biden like that either. But I just feel like there's some stuff that Biden owes that he promised that should be made priority. Because it's always like, yo, no, like, we're going to get to you. Trust me.
Yeah, it's
feel
always the
you.
running points.
Like,
yeah.
I feel you. I'm with you. We just got to get this other stuff done. Once we get that done, we got you. And then, like, the other stuff never gets done.
Right.
Ever. Just never gotten done.
8 years later.
Oh, my. Then the other guys come in and they repeal everything that we did. So then 4 years later, we got to go and try to redo all the other stuff. And then, but trust me, once that's done, we got you. Once that done. And then that just like,
It's a perpetual
100
cycle.
years later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we were talking about the election, right? That's where this all. Yeah. I don't know if I said. Yeah, I don't think I said today. I say all the time. I say to you. I say to people all the time. Just how like really humbled I was by the support that we got through the campaign, especially at the end this last month when things got really hot. Yeah, the people that I had around me this last month, I was really able to just, shout out to JJ and Danielle and my man Mike Vrabel, my running mate. Everybody really just buckled in and did what we could do, because we knew going into this last stretch, like we didn't have the capability of getting in front of all the eyes that we needed to get in front of and get our message in front of as many people as we needed to get like 30,000 votes. It's actually crazy. I was doing, because after the debate, this is when like donation dollars started coming in, because people started seeing like, just started seeing things for like what they were, and they got really energized. And there were people who donated that were like, they knew that the chances were slim, but it wasn't about that. And that was the dopest part. It was people just giving to a cause that they really believed in. It wasn't being so attached to the outcome this time, because it's a marathon, not a sprint. But yeah, so after the where was I?
After the debate,
I know we're talking after the debate.
looking at numbers.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't even know where I was, but so Danielle and JJ and Mike, like, we just really, sunk in. And you, Steve, I got to say this with the cameras on me. This man right here holds so much responsibility for how much awareness we're able to bring around the campaign, especially in the last stretch. Oh, this is where I was going with this. So with the donation money that we're able to get in the last stretch, I pumped a lot just like into Facebook ads.
Right.
And with the ads, we reached 16,000 people. That's all we're able to reach in that time. I got like 15,000 votes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
imagine, right?
you know what I mean? It's crazy. So I think of, if we're really able to do this with time,
Right.
where we're able to really hit everybody, it would have been a different story. But yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
But bro, it's a lot of content. It's all content that you shot. So thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, man. That was like,
It was cool just being along, like, to see everything too, because I've always hated politics and I've always hated the government personally, so it was cool to like be a part of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like really see how shit's like organized and shit. And like all I'll say, and this is 100% out of Steve's mouth, like it only worsened my feelings about government and politics. Like being exposed to everything in the light I was exposed to it, like I feel even worse than I already did, and I didn't think I could feel worse about it. Type shit. Like
it's pretty disappointing.
There's just a lot of evil people involved in politics. That are like in the purest, not purest, in like the most strict form of the word evil. Like genuinely, like I encountered like a lot of evil people along the way.
How you feel, Steve?
Yeah, no, like I said, this is just my thoughts. But
Yeah.
like there are people that I would classify as evil that I would never want to like be around again.
Be in the same space.
Yeah, exactly, because it's just terrible.
Yeah,
Like it's terrible, and they're just like really, really just like, I don't know. It's upsetting to see too, because like there are people that are like not even, I don't know how I want to phrase it, but it's almost like I say it to you all the time. People like NPCs, like there are people that like don't even like they're just fucking
Explain
non-playable.
NPCs.
Yeah, NPCs are non-playable characters. So like if you ever play like Skyrim, it's the random person saying some random bullshit to the wall. Like it's like a non-playable character.
Yeah.
But that's how I look at a lot of these people in this political climate, because like a lot of them just have these pre-programmed lines of dialogue that they'll just always say, and they don't fucking think or function like a real human being. And being around all of these people, like like-minded people on this weird NPC mentality, it's just like, yo, I don't want this to be my existence. Like this is what their existence is. Like this is what they do. Like this is their identity. And it's just like scary. Like I don't like it.
Bro, I love that analogy. That analogy
NPCs.
Yeah, bro, they're just NPCs. But that's the thing too. That's what makes it so easy to brush off. Like when people are talking shit online all the time, it's like you're just an NPC. Like
dumbest people,
the dumbest,
bro.
the
Like,
dumbest,
or say
shit.
the dumbest things, like confusing me with other black people multiple times, or
Yeah,
like, bro,
multiple
sometimes
times.
the stuff that they would say about you that like wasn't
Bro,
even
no,
bad,
listen,
but they
listen,
just thought
listen,
was
I
like,
literally,
what the
I
fuck?
called someone out saying his existence was sad. Like I literally said, your existence, your life on this planet is sad, and his comeback was thank you for the shout out.
Like,
Bro,
he-
like they can't even talk shit, bro. Like that's
no,
the thing. That's
'cause
why I
he-
don't take anything
No,
serious.
you know, he started off saying the pod trash.
Yeah, Pod Trash, Stephen Rochette, and Scotty
Stephen
Politics.
Rochette. The pod trash.
Pod Trash, bro.
That's the diss.
That was the diss.
It's like, so when you realize you're like really trying to argue back with sixth graders, it's like,
Right.
let me focus on something important.
Yeah, that's why on the Tory Lanez one, when they posted a picture of Tory Lanez,
Yeah.
on their thing, I literally commented, but that's a picture of Tory Lanez. And then he had some random stupid ass response. You and your racist potential candidate will never see whatever the fuck he said, some stupid shit. I just responded, but that's still a picture of Tory Lanez. Or some shit. And then he was just like, oh, right, no, because I wrote, that's Tory Lanez with a clown emoji. And then he said, the only clown is you and your co-host on your pod trash or some shit. Bro, I literally just kept typing, but that's Tory Lanez. And then they deleted the post.
And then eventually deleted the post. Because, people kept getting at him for it. But it's like, when,
But my whole point of bringing that up is the reason I just kept saying that's a picture of Tory Lanez is because this person can't even have like a fucking legitimate conversation. Like if you're just gonna say some random bullshit, then I'm just gonna keep saying the same comment over and over until you actually can have a conversation.
Yeah, because my comment is better than
Right.
yours. So why, like, quit while you're ahead?
Yeah,
You posted
You literally
a picture
posted
of the
the
wrong
wrong guy.
person. You tried to talk trash while you're posting a picture of, like, you look stupid.
right, right.
I'm gonna keep telling you how stupid you look.
Exactly. Until you realize that you look stupid,
Until you
I'm gonna
delete
keep
that
reminding you that you're stupid.
Oh, they're gonna be pissed when they hear this.
That's fine, bro. You're NPCs. You don't have a controller. I do. That's the difference. I can't be mad about it. You're stuck in the game. I can turn the console off.
Bro, you know he makes like bad Facebook pages.
Yeah, probably to interact with the fucking original one.
Well, that's
just like, ooh, another like.
No, but yo, he posted in like this local Facebook group for the county, and he was like, "Is anyone else having a hard time getting paper towels?"
Oh yeah, I remember you told me about that. He's just trying to start shit.
He's trying
bro.
to stir it up in people's minds that there's
That
a
it's hard to
scarcity
get
of
paper
stuff
towels.
because that's a narrative that they're trying to push. And then there was a bunch of people commenting on it. Oh, this is actually a fake account by Steve Salvaggio. Like, he's from Opacan. He's just trying to like start drama. Yeah, like people know, and like I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that is.
But this is what people do with their time.
Right, this is all. That's why I'm saying they're stuck in the game. Like this is all they do.
That's what people do with their time. So it's like getting upset about things that they do when they're just playing their game. Like let them do their thing over there.
That's fine, bro.
No,
I gotta go make lunch. Like,
Yeah,
keep fucking commenting. Like, I don't know. And it's the same thing with that dude that was commenting over and over again about my favorite lyric in your song. Like, I just kept fucking defending that shit because it was a ridiculous conversation to have.
Yo, like there's people.
Ridiculous.
There's people.
I was defending Bleach Booty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was so last or like 2 weeks ago now, whatever. I spoke at this school in Morristown, this charter school in Morristown, because my friend Lindsay, she's a teacher, teaches 8th grade, and they're going over active citizenship. So she wanted to bring me in because I'm somebody, I'm an active citizen, and just sort of talk about me running and what inspired me to get involved with that, and just sort of the processes and what it all entails. And I posted a video on my personal Facebook, because Facebook is where I post a lot of my like political stuff, or just like more personal community stuff. Everything else is entertainment. That's where I keep it. And so this guy who's not my friend, like these people type Scott Paul in their search bar and go to my page and then just find shit to talk about.
The
like
amount of free time that takes.
That's what I'm saying.
So he said something like,
did you show them their songs?
Did you show them your rap songs? And I was like, well, I know you're not the type to actually research anything, but like, yes, I did. Like, if you watch the video, I did. You know what I mean? I don't hide who I am. I don't have to. That's the whole thing. Like, you think that what this is wrong. That's something that you got to figure out.
Right.
I'm not hiding anything. Other people don't feel like I need a, you know what I mean? Anyways.
This is not a facade.
So, yeah, I say that, I actually do. And then he says something about
he said, what about the lyric about bleached buttholes or some shit? And I just commented, bro, what's wrong with bleached buttholes or some shit? I said, bro, I low-key want to pull it up. I forget everything I said, but it just started with, I was just
pull it up, bro.
I started with just like asking him like, what's your problem with booties or something like that.
We've talked about,
and then he called me homophobic.
Whoa.
Or something, and bro,
because the thing is, when they don't actually,
it's
like the comebacks are like,
these are just trolls.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Bro, but they're so
but
bad.
That's why.
But we grew up
trolling.
we grew up in a, get 'em, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we grew up
roasting.
in it. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
That was hiking on people is like, that's part of our nature. So like the lame fucking, it's like, bro, I don't have time for this. Two, it's like so bad.
I had time
like,
that morning.
Like, literally 7-year-old Scotty could compete with you, bro. Like, do better.
I got it. I got the comment thread.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, so starts with him saying you should have played one of your rap songs. Mm-hmm. You said obviously not type of research, but if you watched the video, I did. Then he said, was it the one about bleached a-holes? That one's a classic. You said, I bet you're a lot of fun at parties. And then he said, I don't like parties. I'm an introvert. Plus, I have a family. Parties really don't align with what I have going on in life right now. I see you're still in that college kid mindset, however, waking up with all the pussy all the time. And then you said, if you don't listen to rap and you don't party, I suggest not listening to party rap songs. Isn't
that like a real easy like fix to this whole thing?
Yeah. No, so you guys go back. And then I just said, why do you hate butt stuff so much? With a GIF from Bob's Burgers. And it just says, it feels so good not to hide my butt stuff anymore. And then he said, who said I hated it? I love a good pinky prostate tickle every now and then. The better question, word. He said the better question is, why are you poking fun at homosexuals?
Bro, he put this in a comment section thinking he was saying something.
Yeah. No,
obviously
exactly.
I stopped responding.
Right, but this is where I was like, bro, no, I saw this as a gate, like a gate opening for me to just have all the fun in the world. I was like, I got to talk about bleach asshole on a serious note on Facebook. This is gonna be hilarious.
Hell yeah.
And he accused me of being homophobic. So I was like, how in any way am I poking fun at homosexuals? I'm just defending butt stuff. I'm a fan. Didn't even mention homosexuals, unless you're referring to the GIF and I just typed butt stuff. He said, while insinuating I'm homophobic and or homosexual, while also putting down butt play in the form of a joke. This is too easy. So I just said, I never insinuated that at all.
Bro, it's like, what? Like,
what do you like?
Bro, no, I know. I said, I just asked why you don't like butt stuff. This is the 4th time I've seen you bring up this specific lyric on Facebook. So I just wanted to know if you hated it because you're hung up on it.
So he's saying this specific guy.
Yeah, no, this specific guy commented about this lyric numerous times.
Numerous times, bro.
On numerous occasions.
Right, that's the only reason I even started commenting. Because normally I just look at that shit and laugh. I'm like, this person's stupid. But this is like the 5th fucking time I've seen him comment.
Yo, because here's the thing. First of all, we have to acknowledge the fact that that line is a masterpiece. That whole verse is a masterpiece.
Yeah, no, that's art.
Okay, so
Spit it for him. Spit it for him.
yeah, no, you know what? Go check it out.
Check it out. Stream
you know, go stream that. Never get bored. All streaming platforms
Word.
now. Now, you know, but like it's if you appreciate rap, like if you listen to rap, if you're a rap listener, if you listen to contemporary rap music, my rap music is gonna.
Yeah.
Actually, at the I went to something last night, and one thing that she said, it was this lady. She's been in like political on that, like as an activist. She's sort of been in the fight for a long time. She said, Scott, never justify your music. So I'm actually gonna cut myself off. I'm not gonna explain anything because why? It's art. You would not make me explain a painting or some movie I was in or anything else that's relatable to you. I'm not gonna explain myself. Yeah, man. So yeah, I don't know if there was anything else when it came to the election, but yo, there was just so many people before the election, even after the election, talking about, you know, like mayors, like CEOs and owners of some of the biggest, you know, companies in, you know, in the area. Just different people that do great community work. And then just like a lot of friends from high school, people that I knew when I was younger, or people I've just, you know, met along the journey, or just knew about me or what I was doing, that just said such. They were just so happy and proud of how the campaign went, and how we ran the campaign, and the things that we were able to expose, and the character and the integrity that you know what I'm saying, that I was able to lead with, and not being not playing into the dirtiness and the mudslinging and all the stuff that we hate about politics. And yeah, I just want to thank everybody so much for that. Anybody who listens to this podcast, anybody who watches this, that you know, supported that whole thing. It was having to put my music to the side and a lot of my business stuff to the side to focus on this was tough. But I knew that comes with you know what I'm saying, with running for office. You got to sacrifice some things. But I really wanted to just drive the point that, you know, we all have to step up a little bit. We all have to do a little more to create the changes that we want to see, and I'm willing to do that. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely fucking stirred the pot locally for sure. Like, brought attention to shit that a lot of people weren't paying attention to. Yeah. Shined a light on something that's been in the dark for a minute. Yeah. Like, I think even though the outcome was what it was, you still, like, it was still a lot of fucking productive progress.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I guess what I was trying to say was that I wouldn't have been able to do any of that if it wasn't for the support. Right. You know, if it wasn't for the people that let me know that I was not alone, right? You know, and that they understood everything that was going on, and that they were rooting for the same future that I am, and that's what's really cool, because I know that like the momentum and all that was built over this last year, this like coordination between a lot of people in the area, a lot of really progressive minded thinkers, you know, in the area, that's really come together over the last year. Yeah. So I wonder what could happen with another year or another 2 years. You know, I know that that's going to bubble and that's going to grow. So it definitely makes me optimistic. And I look at it like that's something that I hope can happen everywhere in all different types of communities, where One good thing about social media is the ability to organize and to get like-minded people from the same area, like really on the same page about things. And if we can just make sure that people are getting the right information, it all really starts with education. But if we can make sure that people are getting the right information, and we give them the means to collaborate and really work together towards solutions, it'll be cool to see what we could do.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, man, went on a little tangent there. Excuse me.
You good?
Yeah. But yeah, I just big shout out to everybody. A lot of people, you know, ask me if I'm going to run again, if that's something that a lot of people really want me to run again, which again is like super flattering. And I really appreciate it, and I take that seriously. That people in the area want me to like, you know,
Right.
to be that person. That's it's actually pretty cool. I know for now that's not where I think it's. I want to sit back and kind of assess things, see the best way, because you know my goal in this, my goal in community work was never to get a political position.
Right.
You know, it's always just to find the best ways with my talents and my platform, you know, to serve the community. So I'm going to see what's the best way for me to do that right now. I'm going to kind of reassess that and reassess, you know what I'm saying, how I just want to approach politics in general.
Right.
Because I echo a lot of your feelings.
Hey, yo, fuck politics.
No, it's just it's a lot of there's a reason why people do it full time. You
Right.
know, it takes a lot of energy because it's not straightforward. You know, it's a lot of zigzagging.
Yeah,
You know.
a whole lot of bullshit. It's a whole lot of bullshit.
It's a whole lot of stuff for sure.
No.
It's a whole lot of stuff. So yeah, man. I don't know if there's
Yeah.
anything else I wanted to say on that. You know, one thing I'll mention at the debate, right? Chris Carney at the end of the debate, he was kind of like during the debate, he was like, if after this, when all said and done, you could reach out, like wants to talk. And so after the debate, I sent him and Dawn just all the footage from the debate, because the live footage didn't work. So I wanted to make sure that everybody had the footage from the debate, so that everybody had the same content.
You're welcome, Sussex County.
Yeah, shout out to Steve.
Word.
Wouldn't have been possible without Steve. I'm telling you, Steve. So yeah, I sent that to him, and I said in the email, like, if that was something you really wanted to do, I'd be glad to do that. Because my whole thing is like, I've never been like a fuck the other side. You know what I mean? It's never been, I'm not trying to work with these people, anything. My whole thing is they weren't really working with me before, so now I'm running. You know what I mean? Like that was but it's never like, I think in politics, the fact that everybody looks at everybody like enemies, and do you want to see your enemies succeed? No. So of course you're going to try to make it as difficult as possible for them to be successful. And that's not my role in this. That's not what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I said that in that, and then a couple weeks ago we did the playground build. Norwest Cap. We did this playground build in Sussex, and he was there. And he was helping build the playground. And during that, we talked a little bit. It was still campaign season, so can't really be as. I mean, I'm very comfortable though. And he seemed comfortable too. And we had some good. He talked about some of the things. Not really in much detail. Neither of us really went into it, but afterwards, during the discussions, he was just saying like he's interested in learning. Oh, we talked about like we're putting down mulch on this playground, and he does construction. He's real familiar with it and stuff. So he was just like giving some of his expertise on it. And I said, there's probably a million things you could teach me, about this, about mulch, about construction, because there's a lot of this that I'm ignorant to. And, it's not a bad thing, to say that you're ignorant to something. Like, I know it sounds...
Right. There's this connotation to it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good to say that you're ignorant. And that was, he was kind of saying, like, he knows that. But I said, if I said, you stink, your reaction isn't, no, I don't. Your reaction is,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when I said that, that kind of like, when we say there's ignorance, we say there's racism, before you start being like,
check it.
No, I'm not. Like, just
Right.
sort of like, sort of check yourself first. That should be the reaction, because that's all those words are. They're just, they're descriptive terms. They describe something. Like, ignorant is a description of something. Racist is a description of something. And racism and ignorance are a lot of the times not intentional.
Right.
you know. But when people get so frazzled by just the word, and they get so offended and so defensive over just the word, so now it's like we have to like tiptoe around making you feel offended about the racism that we're experiencing. It's like, ugh, you know, and that's what drives people crazy. But yeah, back to my conversation with him, it was cool. It was cool, and I look forward to, you know, at some point I think it would be cool to get together with him. I'd love to get together with Democrats. Love to get together with anybody who's like down to get together and find some solutions.
Right.
But yeah, that's something that was kind of cool at the end of this. So I think that's, you know, this thing is about progress.
Right.
It's not about winning an individual battle, you know, or you know, winning a singular battle. It's about progress. So I think that we could definitely work towards that, and I'm willing to work with anybody who's willing to do that. People just gotta be willing to grow, myself included. People gotta be willing to learn and hold themselves accountable and listen to people. And yeah, that's all. That's all I'll say on that.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Chris Carney.
Dolphin
Yeah,
table.
it's a little upsetting we can't.
Yeah, the jokes they're just not as fun anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm so happy we don't have to talk about that anymore.
Same.
Yeah, because now we can get folks on, bro. Like, I'm about to spend a lot more time in Houston.
Yep.
So I'm excited about that. I'm gonna be building a lot out there. Yeah, man, I have a lot of different projects. You know, it came out in the Herald a couple weeks ago. I'm in the process of getting approval for a cultivation
Let's
center.
fucking go.
You feel me?
Bow.
You feel me? Yeah, we're getting the cultivation going. Should be it'll be a really cool opportunity, and shout out to my weed smokers. We out here.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing right after this podcast.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro, it's exciting. A lot of different vendors, bro. I'm in like renewable energy. I'm real hot on solar energy. I think that market's about to explode, so I'm getting in that in business too. So I like
hear me out.
What's up?
Hear me out. Tesla with a solar panel sunroof.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bro, like
I'm sure they're working on
Yeah.
it.
the thing is, all that
I know.
stuff.
I know. They already had that shit figured out 20 years ago.
Yo,
Yeah,
all this
yeah,
stuff is
100%.
like inevitable. All this stuff is gonna happen. We're gonna I think what we're gonna see is eventually you're gonna see like driving. I meant like parking spots that have
Charging.
chargers.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I think
Wireless charging.
there's already places where like they can only build electric cars, or they can only build like houses with solar roofs. Like
Right.
it's where it's being heavily incentivized. It's where the market's going. So
Just a matter of time.
just a matter of time. So yeah, I got my, you know, and then obviously with the music, I just
Yep.
dropped the lyric video with Do What I Want with Fetty.
Yup.
Fetty just came out. Shout out to Fetty.
Welcome back.
Welcome back,
Very,
Fetty.
very happy to read that.
Yeah, very happy to read
Word.
that. For sure. But yeah, just dropped the lyric video with him. That's going crazy. I think we're gonna take some footage from. We got some things in the works, man.
Right.
We got some things. I got a lot of music stuff that I couldn't do during this campaign because they were already picking on my lyrics.
Right.
And I say wild shit in my
Yeah.
music sometimes.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I guess it's over now. We don't
Sometimes.
got to get into it anyway. But I remember leading up to this, months before they even brought your songs or lyrics into all the lyrics we would like make jokes about in the studio. Can't wait till they hear this one.
No, it's so fun. It's funny when I like first ran, because I was asked to run. You know,
Right.
this isn't like I was asked to run.
Yeah.
And I sent them Never Get Boring.
Like,
Because
this is
I
what I'm
wanted
gonna
to,
have to.
yeah, like,
yeah.
well, I wanted to give them like, yo, this is, especially off the ones on the album, like this is, I say a lot of crazy stuff on this, and like I'm gonna continue to say crazy stuff. So y'all got to be able to like rock with this.
Word.
Like this can't make you uncomfortable, because this is, again, it's just art, it's just music, this is just, you know, it's expression. This is how I and this is how a lot of my people express ourselves. You backing it or not? You know what I mean? Kind of, but let's get that out of the way early. But everybody was like 100% cool with it. But running for office and knowing they're going to utilize, you know, that for their smear campaigns, and them actually eventually doing it, it was just like, it was kind of, and then with just how busy the campaign was, So let me just wait until after.
Yeah.
But now I'm about to start dropping a whole bunch of new visuals and stuff, and I'm gonna just get real active on like TikTok and use my reels and stuff. You're gonna see. I'm just gonna step my game up.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's been rocking with me so far. Has seen a constant elevation of the product from your boy, and I'm gonna make sure to I'm gonna 10 times it right now. You know, I'm like fully super duper focused. And with everything that's transpired like this last year and a half, I'm just like, I'm ready to go. It's like, it's takeoff time. I feel like I have everything. Yeah, it's takeoff time. Be on the lookout, man.
Sir.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
What else is there, bro?
I was gonna say there was the Mad Minds event yesterday.
Oh, I was just about to bring that up.
Mad Minds was yesterday. Shout out Jersey.
Yo, shout out Jersey.
There was. I wasn't able to stay, unfortunately, for the entire event. I had to leave a little early for some personal shit.
Word.
But it was lit. It was lit for sure. It was dope. I saw a lot of faces
pictures
I haven't seen in years, so it's cool to like reconnect with everyone. Because the last one was probably right before COVID.
Yeah.
Or the beginning of COVID was the last one I went to. I feel like.
It seemed like there was mad people there.
Yeah, it was a full house. Like it was a good show up for sure. There was good turnout. There was
what is that, like a festival?
Yeah, so Mad Minds is this group. There's a few people in it that just host these events that are like open mic. Typically it depends on what the event is, but most of them are open mics for like the first hour to 2 hours, and then they have a set list of artists that they like got to perform for that night. So you know you're going to see these people perform, and then there's going to be open mic before if you want to get there early. So I got there early when it first pulled up. So I saw all the open mics and then just the beginning of the performances. And then I had to leave, which I'm really pissed off. Blaze, you told me you weren't going to be able to show up. And then I was just like, all right, at least I'm not that butthurt. And then I went on Instagram the next morning and saw Blaze was there. Anyone that doesn't know, Blaze is my boy. Like, we go back. We're fucking tight as shit. I was mad upset. He told me he wasn't going to be able to be there. And then he's fucking there. And this is like where I grew up. The venue is where I grew up. So it's like rare to see like a lot of my friends in that area. So yeah, I was pretty upset that I wasn't there. Damn. But, you know, shout out Blaze. Shout out Samal Savage. Shout out Turkish Royale for putting on the event.
Oh, so Samal was there?
Yeah. Samal performed.
Yeah, that'd be dope to see him. I wish I could have.
Shout out Young Benny. Bro, there was just a lot of fucking artists
on
that
there.
performed.
Yeah, I saw a lot of clips, man. It looked like it was a full house. Looked like it was great energy.
Yeah. And that's what I love about the Mad Minds too, because that was low key my like first like push into this industry was going to a Mad Minds event, because one of my friends told me about it, and I was like, yeah, I'll pull up and take some pictures, because I've always been into video and photography, but not in the music industry. Prior to Mad Minds. And then I showed up to their event at the Music Den in Randolph, like probably like 5 or 6 years ago. And there were just like a bunch of people that were performing, and I thought it was like the dopest thing ever, because the community, like the crowd, half of the crowd are also artists. Like half of the people there are supporting, are also trying to do the same thing you're trying to do. So like everyone's there got a lot of like support and like respect for each other, because like everyone knows what it's, especially for the people just starting out, like doing the open mics and shit. Like this is a good like intro to performing and just like this scene in general, because you get to know the people that you're like your peers. Like those are literally your peers. You know what I mean? So it's just like a cool atmosphere to be in, because everyone's just super supportive of each other. So it was really cool.
That's fire. Yeah.
So shout out Mad Minds.
Shout out Turkish Royale. They didn't announce like when the next one is, did they?
No, not yet. But definitely be on the lookout for that, because they're always a good time. And like I said, it's a good showcase for people that are trying to like first like get themselves in there and submerge yourself like in the scene and shit, and get to know other people doing it. Because at least that's how I started, and it was a cool introduction for me. And I even said that to Turk when he messaged me a couple weeks ago asking if I could come to this one. I was just like, yeah, absolutely. Like because I look at, it's funny, there's a few people, I'll shout them all out right now actually. I hold Turk, Sonic, and Scott in like really high regards in my mind, because you're all like super important and crucial for why I do what I do or where I'm at currently. And like Turkish Royale, he really showed me like the beginning. He was my introduction to the music scene like locally, like because of his events I was able, like I had a place to pop out to, because he made those happen. And Sonic was the first artist that trusted me to shoot a music video for him. I told him I never shot a music video before, but I'm down to try.
That's big.
And that's a lot
Shout
on
out
his
Sonic.
end. Yeah, no, big shout out to Sonic.
Yeah, big Sonic.
Yeah. And he was the first music video I ever did. And then you really got me fucking in well with everyone in the studio. And the studio has presented numerous opportunities that I'm forever blessed and grateful for.
Steve motherfucking shot it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
But so
shout out Turkish Royale.
Yo.
Yeah, shout out that whole
shout out to everyone showing love. You know what I mean? To like the actual community, because there's so much going back to the crabs in a barrel. You know what I mean? Like there's so much of that when like you don't lose something by supporting someone else.
Other people succeeding.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
There's enough room out here for everybody. It doesn't have to be lonely at the top.
Right. And you know what's funny? I remember having this conversation. It's actually recorded. It's on YouTube. But we've had a conversation the day I met you. Also, Sonic introduced me to you.
Yeah.
Sonic is
big
how I
shout
met
out to Sonic.
Scott. Yeah, big shout out Sonic.
Yeah.
But no, I remember the day I met you. We were having that exact conveation about like there's more than enough for everyone. Like there's not any reason for people to be pulling each other down and shit.
I say that because I know it to be true.
Right. And no, then that's my point of bringing that up, because we're here 2.5, 3 years later, however long it's been, and we're still on the same foundation we've always been. You know what I mean? We're still doing the things with the same mentality and the same reason, the same morals that we've always been.
That's
which is
fire.
cool.
That's fire. Well, what's next for you now?
We got a new music video dropping. I don't want to say a date because he hasn't announced the date, but we just shot it last weekend. Got that all cut up, so that's gonna be dropping soon. I'm excited for that to come out. And then just I got shit at the studio, just taking it as it comes. Because that's one thing I've learned in the work that I do too. Like, just because it's not planned out doesn't mean it's not consistent either. Like, a lot of my jobs like come like 2 days before I have them. They're just like, yo, are you busy on Wednesday? No. All right, we're going to Brooklyn. Like, it's like, all right, sounds good. So no, you know, I'm just staying busy, working with everyone through the studio and shit.
Good, man.
Yeah.
Steve's gonna be at it. I'm going. As I said, I'm gonna be in Houston for a little bit. I'm gonna be back and forth. I
feel like that's like your bat cave over in Houston. Like you go retreat there for a little bit, get your shit together, train up, and then you come back, and then you're just like, "What up, Jersey?"
Yeah.
I'm well rested now.
I'm really about to just like expand things everywhere. And now, bro, and it's dope, bro, because both you guys, Frito and Steve, like you guys have been here for this whole crazy last year and a half that I think is like really, I just feel real. The pieces are in place for exponential growth.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and I feel like right now is the time. So that's what I'm doing, man. You're gonna see a lot more music, like a lot of visuals, a lot more music. You know, the business ventures that I'm in. I'm trying to bring, you know, just bringing people along me as I skyrocket to the top. You know what I'm saying? While everybody on the team, man. So shout out to First Ill Intent. Shout out to the squad. Shout out to everybody that supports everything that we're doing. Shout out to everybody who's just on that path of constant progression, of elevation, of discovery, of fulfilling potential, and of just making this experience here on earth the best that it can be for you and for the people that are around you. Right. Shout out to y'all. Let's all win.
Yeah. Now let's go smoke this weed.
Inland 10 Podcast. Till next time. Pow!